Hey y'all, it's Kenesha here coming at you with your affirmation of the day before we get started on our leadership training. I'm really excited about today's topic. If you watched the video this morning on discipline, it was a little bit of a gut puncher, but I felt like it needed to be made to be able to finish this month strong. What's up, Beth? Thanks for joining. Ooh, I can't even pronounce this. Can you read that? What's that word? Oh, you're muted.
I was not made for mediocrity.
That's what I thought it said, but I needed backup. So, oh my gosh, that goes perfect for what me and Izzy was talking about earlier. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord. Izzy is like the most, I don't know, she's really got me motivated right now. If you study the stars and the moons of things, right now we're in what's called a Mercury retrograde. So pretty much anything that could go wrong could have gone wrong over these past 30 days. It actually ends on Sunday, but the last 4 days are always the hardest. It's lots of miscommunication, flat tires, life happening like more than normal that would be. You getting really discouraged easily, people not keeping their word, people that you haven't talked to in a long time resurfacing. Anything that can happen in a retrograde will happen, but this particular one was about loneliness, and it was about being in the trenches by yourself and feeling lonely. So that being said, I was not made for mediocrity is so funny because it goes along with today's message too. Izzy messaged me a few days ago about wanting a coaching call one-on-one, and I'm just amazed at her work ethic. And I want to really use her as the example today for the leadership call, because to me, when I think of leadership, Izzy is who comes to mind currently. I am in a spirit of place right now in Unique that in order to get where I want to be, I know the people that got me here is not going to take me to that next level. And at some point, we have to accept that what happened 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 9 years ago is not determining what happens in this next year unless we let it. And it's easy to feel sorry for ourselves, especially in the industry that we're in, because we put our heart and soul into this, and we pour ourselves into our teams, and we pour ourselves into so many different activities between Sapria and volunteering in other people's groups and trying to get our businesses under us and investing into our teammates and helping our side sisters, that it can become exhausting at times, that we feel like we're not getting any results of our own. And I just feel like somewhere along the line, ambitious beauties fell into the woe me. Whoa, my leader left. Oh, my sponsor left. Oh, no one gives me attention anymore. Oh, I haven't maintained in 100,000 years. Oh, it used to work, but it's not working now. I don't see anyone promoting in our groups anymore. Izzy brought up a point that she remembers when she was watching the Black statuses, and we had all been here 4 or 5 years greater, that she thought, well, maybe I missed my time. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm not going to get Black status, until she heard someone else say, oh, I did it 3 months ago. Oh, I did it 5 months ago. Then it was like, oh, people are still continuously doing it. At some point, we have to have the discipline to be able to accept what I did isn't working anymore because I stopped working it. Because that's the truth. If I want to get to BS level 2 and looking at our leadership chats of what we have, that's not going to get me where I want to be. I'm throwing out sponsorship calls and there's not much commitment to it. When you're the only one wanting to show up, it can feel very discouraging. And I know this is something that all of us at some point in leadership will feel, that we want to work our business, that we want to grow, that we're extremely fired up. But what do you do when you look around and nobody around you feels the same way? Or you don't have a team at all and it's just you that has that fire, but no one to push you along. The best thing that you can do during those times is have discipline and show up anyways. I was going to do this call, whether it was one person on this call or no one on this call. I was going to hit the record button and I was going to show up, and I was going to be the person that I want to become as a BS2 leader. And that is someone that's going to show up regardless if I'm the only one in the room. I started back doing these leadership calls because that is what a leader does, right? A leader provides space for other leaders to come and to be able to grow. I had to decide that what I was doing, I was really operating as a green status presenter. I go live when I feel like it. I always followed up with my customers. I posted in my team page every day, but I didn't really talk in my leader chat every day. We weren't having any leadership meetings at all. And there was no sponsorship systems for new beginners to get started and to be successful. That was all on me. You have to know at some point, yes, we need a team to get to green, to get to orange. But if you're the leader of that team, the success runs as the strongest as the weakest link of your team. And most of the time, we are that weakest link because we're looking for outside resources to validate what's already within to bring it out when it's already should be out, and we should be the ones validating within for others. We've operated this as this team in reverse and backwards. What did you say, Beth? Oh, you tired? Yes. That's been me. I get it. When you feel like it is just you, it is very hard to keep that steam going if you're not filling that cup up because you feel like the lonely little chickadee. But I have to tell you, your Black status leader felt like that. Who else did I have to look to be a Black woman? I was running around in a circle for years by myself, trying to figure it out, trying to bring in other Black women to be able to do what I do, trying to show other women that they can too. And everyone's giving me pushback in diversity. The Caucasian people are looking at me like, why do you keep wanting to talk about this women of color stuff? And then the women of color are looking at me like, why are you trying to change the face of this company? They're never going to get it. And I'm just sitting here like, I know the two worlds can meet. I know it can be better. I know it has to be someone that can catch this vision with me. And I just became the loudest person in the room. That is what you have to become when you want something better and to be different. You have to move different. You have to expect different. You have to have a different mindset. And many of us have fallen into the constraints of no one around me is succeeding. So that just makes it okay. It goes back to the story of the old lady cut the butt of her roast. And the little girl asks her, Mom, why do you cut the butt of your roast? I don't know, because my mom did it. So she calls her grandma. Grandma, why did you cut the butt of your roast the way that you did? I don't know. My mom did it. So we call great grandma, why do you cut the butt of the roast? Because my roast didn't fit in the pan. We have to know that the people around us doesn't necessarily determine the altitude of where we can go, even if they're not being successful or you're not seeing the success that you want. We have to take the constraints off of dreaming bigger and learning how to dream again, because right now the goal for so many is just, I just want to get back to what I had. I just want to have what I had. I just want to get back to blue. I just want to maintain green. That should be the lowest of your standards because you've already done that once. And now you're doing it with more experience. And as Izzy said, with a follow-up sheet, you're doing it better this time than you had the first time that you built it. So really the goal this time should be, not only am I going to hit green, but I will consistently stay there. It has to be more because you've already done it one time. And you've done it a few times or that one time. So how do you consistently do that every time? And it goes back to the commitment of knowing that what I'm doing to grow, is this feeding me or hurting me? Am I feeling the fear? And if you were on the call the other day, I referenced what fear truly is. Fear is just simply us saying, I don't know how to do it yet. So being able to accept that the current network that I have and the current team that I have either is sleeping on me or they don't believe in it yet. Either way, I'm going to keep going. And the best way to do that is getting around like-minded people. And right now, we don't have that within our group. So your like-minded people should be people that are where you want to be, that maintain it. That's another thing. A lot of us idolize certain leaders, but we're not ever shouting out our teams for the work that they do. And I don't mean this worker that is always being shouted out, because that's kind of expected from your team. If you have that star player that's always showing up, always being consistent, and that person is always in the spotlight and they're always being shouted out, it's very rare that people's mindset will be able to accept, well, maybe one day my name would be shouted out, because we begin to condition ourselves that they're the rock star. They're going to be the one that's always getting the work done. So make sure that you're spreading out and you're not always showing favoritism to the same one. I even know I felt guilty of that quite a few times when I was in the middle of the building stages. I had my certain leaders that I shouted out because they were the air quotes, the superstars. And I really think a lot of us lose our team simply because we don't praise down to the weakest link, because they all matter. Even the girl that sells 3 mascaras every 3 months to keep her 125, she matters because we need her in our circle, or we need her to be that qualified presenter if she's our personal. Understanding and acceptance. Understand where you are, accept where you are, and be able to move forward from where you are. Too many of us hang out in acceptance, like this is where it has to end. This is just what it's going to be. And the only way that this team will turn around is either I bring in new blood, you bring in new blood, right? Or all of us band together and decide we're greater than this. We fail to, some of my greatest friends, Brandy Rains, Kaylee Rogers, all of those big wigs that you see, their businesses bloomed during 2020. They got the most sales they ever had when we were supposedly going through a pandemic. The best. Why? Because everybody was at home and on their phone, and they were consistent showing up instead of falling apart because little Johnny is at home every day, or because I can't go to work now because I'm at home. What am I going to do for money? Instead of falling apart, those girls rose above and they went live, and their kids was crazy and their houses was a mess, and they didn't know what was for dinner, and they didn't know how they were going to do laundry, but they seized opportunity while it was there. We're getting ready to hit that again, because now all that COVID relief money is gone. Like, you know, the government did a lot of padding to get us through, and now the numbers have settled. And what the numbers have settled, have exposed, is people will pay more for less because we didn't have a choice then. Now it's a norm now. So now things have gone up, but pay ranges did not, and we're still having to pay for it. So now more than ever, people are going to be looking for what we do, because no matter what the recession is, women are not going to put on $5 mascara no more. They're just not. They're not going to skip on their skincare. They're not going to play with it. They're going to keep using Old Faithful. That's always worked, and they will pull back on shopping on clothes to be able to still get the skincare that they love and keep. So make sure that you as a leader are working on your mindset to accept what this new wave is going to be. The new wave is going to be women that do not want to be penny pinchers, people that want financial freedom because we don't know what the state of the world is going to be, and women that want things that are luxury, because we're all sitting at home now on these computers and we're watching these people live their best life. So they're showing, and we're all trying to mimic it and keep up with that. And you're who they're mimicking. That's the truth. We are who they are mimicking because we live the life. We go on lavish trips. Unique pays for it. They pay for our gas. They buy our cat food, our dog food. For me, they're paying for dance lessons right now. There are people out there, like she said, I just want to buy land and cows and chickens. There are people out there that want to do that. So if you're not there yet, the best thing you can do is start talking to the people that want to be there too. Start posting farm stuff. Post what your land would look like. Find out the cost of how much it costs for chickens and cows and land. What is the going rate for your area? And dream out loud to people. Can't wait to be able to buy this land. Sitting down doing my 5-year plan to be able to purchase my hobby farm, because that's what it's going to be for you, Beth. My hobby farm. Join some hobby farm groups and start learning. Position yourself as if you're already there. We have to accept that where we are can't constrains and hold chains of where we want to go. Because if we do, we'll never get there. We'll be too busy trying to survive in what we're in. And that's not what manifestation is. If you're surviving in what you're in a scarcity mindset. The best way to be able to manifest something or to be something is to become it. So think like it, move like it, don't spin like it. I'm not saying that. But wear your plaid shirts, thrift you some cowboy boots, whatever it is that you know your vision looks like, become it, speak like it, do what it does already. Go to hang out at farms, go to the park and feed the ducks and pretend like they're yours. Take pictures of you doing it, giving back to nature. Start with what you have to become what you want to be. Too many of us are stuck in non-dream mode. We don't even know how to dream anymore. We've just kind of plateaued of what it wants to be. And it's frustrating to watch all this potential begin to go to waste because people feel like they can't anymore. But then they leave this company and they go to another company and then they shoot to the top so fast. And they wanted to convince me that unique was the issue. When you are selling a beauty product, you're selling the exact same thing to the exact same network you had. So was it really unique, or was it because you were burnt out or you were bored or you had put in your mind that you couldn't anymore? And now you got a fresh start when nothing is really fresh because it's the same product that we're selling, the same people you were selling it to the same team you're trying to recruit to go with you. You know, that one you said that team was dead, that doesn't work anymore. Now you're trying to recruit them all somewhere else. The work has to be done regardless of where you are. You might as well start with the running start that you have right now. Last week's assignment was to go through your back office and to reach out to previous teammates to see if they were interested in coming back because this special is on sale right now. We have 2 new products coming out for the month of October. And the beautiful thing about it is you can see them. So it's not like how skincare has been. You got to take the collagen to see a difference. You got to take the vitamin C to be able to see the difference. This is instant again. You put it on and it works. So that's the beautiful thing about what we offer. We have something that has to be consumed that takes time over time. And then we have instantaneous results products. You should have an evergreen of those products for your team to be able to see. The liners on your hands and you showing how they are smudge proof, waterproof, running it underwater and rubbing it. All of you should have an evergreen with that. If you don't, that is this week's assignment. Do a video of the eyeliners and showing how they're not smudging or being removed by the water. Do another one with the lippies showing where it doesn't feather or transfer. Kiss a white paper towel, drink off of a drink, show that it is not transferring. Put on your foundation, set it with the setting powder, let it sit for a minute or two, then put a face mask on and push on your face mask and show the inside of your mask how your face didn't come off. Instantaneous results is what we should be showing people. Put that mascara on, show the eye not done, show the eye done. We all have done it. Get back to doing it. It still works. Do one brow, don't do the other. Show the difference. Products that we already have, that we already love, we should be showing why they work. Some kind of way we've gotten so far away that we got to be so innovative with creative content, creating reels and Instagrams, that we're leaving the true money on the table by showing the instantaneous things that we do that we can still turn to reels and stories. I really think if we picked one product, the eyeliner, and just all did video, drawing little cute stuff on our face, showing that it doesn't move, drawing little cute stuff on our hand, running it underwater, showing little cute stuff wherever, and showing multiples of that, we would sell out of it. It's just like the tweezer campaign that we did. Everybody sold dadgum $7 tweezers. And there was nothing special about our tweezers. The only thing was we all band together and talked about how much we loved it. And because we talked about how much we loved it so much, people bought it. You can do this with your team with any of the products. Get back having fun. I said that last week. I'm saying it this week. If you are bored and you are burnt out, it's because you are sucking the fun out of this. We play in pretty makeup. And if you don't know what that feels like to have fun again, get around some little girls and watch how much they giggle playing in their mama's makeup. How excited that they get to be doing that. Find that little girl in you again that knows that we have the best products. Spray the spray foundation. Cover up a tattoo or a body mark. Show how it's full coverage. We have instantaneous products that we can be showing. Shine cloth. Remove half your face with one of the cloths. Cleansing balm. Same thing. Show how that pea size melted off your entire side of the face. Put the charcoal mask on. Let people see it bubbling. It's instantaneous things that we can be doing that takes 5 seconds, 5 minutes to edit. Now we got evergreen. because we're never going to get rid of that. And if we do, we delete it and get another product. But it's so easy to create these little things, and you should be able to do this in a 2-hour period. So it's not even a bunch of time you're investing into it. The reason I'm stressing this is this: if we're going to do a sponsoring campaign and new presenters are coming in, they have to have something that wows people as they wait for their kit to come in. These are the tools that you should be giving them. Your evergreen eyeliner, lip liners, lipsticks, foundation. These are things that people are going to switch over to instantly. Skincare is a hard sell to get people to come over. How do we get them to try skincare? They fall in love with the instantaneous products. So that's our leadership call for this week. Know that you are amazing. You have all the tools already that you need to be successful already. We just have to do them. And even if only 2 of you keep showing up, I don't care. I'm going to keep doing it because I know my people are here. We have our people already, and we have people that we're growing to get, and to getting it together and growing together is what's going to take us higher. And even though the Flourish may be rebranded, that's always in our hearts, and we can't flourish without each other. That's the purpose of it, right? It was all intertwined to branch off and grow together from that stem. So that is what I'm determined to do. I love you guys, and I will catch you guys next week. New month, October, Rocktober. Hope you end the end of this month the way you want it to be. You still got time left, 24 hours, and I will see you guys later.